It looks slow. Listen up.
All right. I think we're live, guys. Welcome to episode 2 of the live trivia um chat game that we created. It's a chat game pretty much, man. Today's topic is gonna be the Yankees, where you can simply answer A, B, C, or D in the chat and it'll record your score. The faster you answer, the more points you get, and at the end we'll have the final score. No prizes today, as I'm still trying to work out all the kinks, but eventually we will have some cool prizes. For instance, like a Thor hammer or whatever the prize is, there will be some prizes in the future. We do it every Sunday. The set time is still yet to be determined. We kind of work around the Yankee schedule. But I'm here joined with CT and Jonathan. How you guys doing?
Good. Yankees won today. I'm happy.
How about you, Jonathan?
I'm good. I think I have to shut a lot of pages. My computer is still running slow.
Yeah, it's very taxing on the CPU, I think. But before we get into the first question, I want to give a shout out to the chat. We got Stephen B in the building, longtime contributor and supporter of the channel. CT Cards, of course. Jonathan, Ace is in the building. Demon D, what's up, man? And for the members and everything of the channel, I turned off all the special, all the bells and whistles are turned off. You will be able to still pull up live stats, like so. But it's only going to display when the question is done. When the timer's done, then you can do all this. But while the timer's on, you can't. So without further ado, I'm gonna play the rules real quick. So take a listen, and then we'll jump into the first question.
Welcome to Live Trivia MLB Night. A question pops up with choices A, B, C, D, and each choice shows a live percentage of viewers who picked it. You get 45 seconds to type your letter in the chat. The faster you answer correctly, the higher your score. Every second costs points. When the clock hits 0, the leaderboard updates. Stack points. Top the board. Claim the night. Let's test your knowledge.
Are you guys ready?
I guess so.
All right.
You said I couldn't answer any questions.
Me and Jonathan, and CT. I guess if you want to play, you can play. But me and Jonathan definitely would not be answering questions because we've seen the questions already.
We created the questions.
Yeah, Jonathan created a few, and some of them are easy, some of them are hard. I'm gonna give you the heads up now. But without further ado, let's jump into the first question. All right. You guys could read it off if you want.
Which Yankee catcher won the American League MVP award in 1976?
Remember A, B, C, or D in the chat. Oh, I was about to answer it. I can't.
You do what it did.
I see 100% of the vote is for Thurman Munson so far.
Oh, well.
Hey, Joe. How's it going, man?
Well, of course, I have the clock on my face.
Oh, I can move you over.
It's okay. I'm kidding.
You're the... Yeah.
No, I'll move you over. All right. Thurman Munson. Whoever selected A was right. CT Cars 170 points. Stephen B 161, and Joe from NY Yankee Mania 157. CT, man, we're gonna ban you too. I think it's a little unfair for the host to play, but I mean, you can play though. You can play. Me and Jonathan definitely, because we saw the questions.
I don't know these questions yet, so
I know all the questions. I created some.
Yeah. So what do you guys think about Thurman Munson? What year was that? They said 1970 what?
76.
1976. Let me pull him up. Thurman Munson, for those of you who don't know, unfortunately passed away from a tragic plane crash. I can't remember what year that was, but 79. So 3 years after he won AL MVP, which was unfortunate, man. It was I wasn't alive at the time, but from people that I've spoken to who lived through that, they say that it was like, man, one of the saddest days in Yankees history.
I think that event is what caused the Yankees to downfall in the '80s.
I agree.
They probably would have won in '80 or '81.
I don't think I spelled his name right. Yeah. So it was unfortunate. Obviously, he's one of the Yankee greats. Hal Steinbrenner said that Thurman Munson was his favorite baseball player.
Yeah, and I think he would have been a manager.
He would have been a manager.
I agree with you.
I think he would have been the Yankee manager eventually.
Yeah. All right, guys, you ready for the next question?
Let's do this.
All right, let's do. I got a whole bunch of tabs open. Okay. All right. Which Yankees left-hander struck out 18 batters in a single game on June 17th, 1978, setting a club record? If you want, we could take turns reading the questions too.
I don't know.
Okay.
I got a clock in my face. How do I?
I'll change. You can't see. I'll move you around. Hold on.
I'm just messing.
No, it's okay. I got you, man. There we go.
I got water.
Everybody's picking Ron Guidry. Not a bad choice.
Well, let's see.
He was a nice guy to meet too. Ron Guidry's a really nice guy to meet.
Out of all those options, he was the only one who pitched in the '70s.
Exactly.
Guidry's
that's
18 Ks versus the Angels fueled his 25-3 Cy Young season, nicknamed Louisiana Lightning. We're all familiar with that. CT Carr's 344 points. Stephen B in second with how much Stephen B got? 328, and
You're
NY
going
Yankee
down,
Mania.
Stephen B. You're going down, Stephen B.
Going down. Oh man, yeah, but you have an advantage because we seen the questions about 3 seconds quicker than them.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I'll delay myself then. I'll count to 3, just for
Yeah.
Stephen B's sake.
I mean, there's no prizes yet, but when we do prizes, as soon as I start adding prizes, which will be probably next week,
Probably the host shouldn't be answering.
yeah, no host can answer.
No, I hear
know?
you. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
I was thinking about doing this, giving away one of these. Maybe I'll throw in a Jeter rookie card in there. I don't know if you can see that.
Nice.
I have that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just pulled out a whole bunch. Some of the stuff that I was able to salvage from when I joined the Army. I don't know, a lot of my stuff just kind of disappeared, man. But I was able to salvage a lot of some stuff at least. But yeah, Ron Guidry, Louisiana Lightning. These are Yankee legends, man. Maybe one day we'll do a topic. Next time we'll do it by era, like maybe like the 2000s or.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I really like that.
But a lot of these are more kind of just general Yankee knowledge from their inception, from like 1920 something to current day. Joe says, yeah, Yankees don't see the ABCD for about 8 seconds. No, you're gonna see it sooner than 8 seconds because I tested it before we started, and I have it on the fastest setting that it could possibly be on. It's on there, but yeah, it's like 5 seconds sometimes. It could vary too. It depends on YouTube. Stephen B says, not fair. He's cutting good watermelon. All right, you guys ready? All right, we got 15 questions today, guys. So that's 2 out of 15.
I was born ready.
I was born ready. It's your turn to read it, CT.
Who was the first Yankee to win the Cy Young Award? I think I'm wrong on that. Why did I click that?
You know this one, Jonathan?
I think so,
I think so.
but I'm not answering.
You can change your answer too. It's gonna record the last one you put.
It's all good. I'll take the wrong, but I think I'm wrong. I think it was Whitey.
CT, man, they saying you rigged it because you got a 5-second advantage, man.
I didn't rig anything.
Yep,
So who
Bob
was it?
Turley.
Yeah, okay, yep. Because I collect Bob Turley cards. I thought I was right, but then it made me scratch my head because I'm like, oh, what about Whitey Ford?
Whitey Ford probably won in 61.
Yeah, I think 61 or 62 was Whitey Ford's Cy Young.
61.
So Bob Turley in 1958, he had an ERA of 2.97, 21-7. You don't see that a lot anymore.
Look at the innings pitched. Look at the innings pitched. 245 innings pitched.
Remember, pitchers in the 50s didn't throw 95 on a consistent basis.
I'm not going to buy that.
He probably threw 87, 88.
Yeah, but they also had like freaking jobs in the spring. Some of them worked at packing groceries and stuff in the off season.
Yep.
They
Bowling alleys.
They didn't throw 95, 97, but they also didn't have all the stuff and train like these guys do now. So I don't know, man. Baseball has to rethink this whole pitching thing.
I agree.
In my opinion. But yeah, that's Bob Turley. Honestly, when I put these questions together, I've never heard of the guy. Me personally.
I've heard of him.
Bob Turley was on the 61 Yankee team with Maris hitting the home run record. Bob Turley was got to remember Bill Scoron. The 61 Yankee team is a team that everyone should know. Like, well,
Scowen.
Yeah, I call him Scoron. Yep, it's the Moose.
Yeah, but that's why I enjoy doing, like, especially the trivia show, and that's why I enjoy having guys like you and talking with Jonathan or even Joe or Ken, because you guys are very knowledgeable. Not only about, because obviously from the time I was born, especially from like 1990 to current day, I feel like I have a wealth of knowledge of Yankees and some of the past too, from what you hear and what I've read, but not like even though some like Jonathan, obviously he didn't live, he wasn't alive in those days, but he knows his history. You guys know your stuff, so that's why I'm glad you guys joined me on the show.
Are you sure about that? I see some gray hair there. I think Jonathan's been back.
No, Jonathan's my age. Yeah.
I don't know how old you are.
I'm 40.
I'm slightly older.
I'm
slightly older.
I think I'm the oldest in the room right now.
Yeah, you are.
I don't know how old you are.
Hey, Ken. You guys ready for the next question?
Yeah, shoot away.
Bang these things out so I can go eat something. I'm starving. I think it's Jonathan's turn to read this one.
Who is the last Yankee right-hander to hit 40 or more home runs before Alex Rodriguez did in 2005?
I think I'm wrong, but I'm gonna say that.
And this is compliments of Jonathan. This is his question right here.
Before I got that, yeah. Pays to read the whole question.
This one is shocking. Was that kind of a hint? My bad. Joe DiMaggio crushed 46 home runs in 1937, and no righty Yankee matched 40 again until A-Rod's 48 in 2005.
Joe DiMaggio.
When Jonathan proposed this question to me, I got it wrong too. I threw like 10 names out there. You want to elaborate on this one a little bit, Jonathan? Especially Alfonso Soriano.
You asked me to look at questions, and that's one that I found.
I think you froze a little bit there.
Yes, I did freeze.
It's all right though. We see you. We can hear you fine though.
Yeah,
so
I'm frozen.
Who do you pick, CT?
I think I don't remember who.
You picked Cecil Fielder.
Cecil Fielder, yeah.
Yeah, what made you pick him?
Oh, I knew I was wrong the minute I clicked it because I read the question backwards. I was reading I read it backwards because if I had read it, I wouldn't have gotten it right still, but I wouldn't have picked Cecil Fielder. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I think Merck Sosi got it right. The manager's what, number 2? B. I think he got it right. Let me look at the scores real quick. Yeah, Merck Saucy got it right. CT Carl's 515 points. Stephen B 328. Joe is in 3rd place and Merck in 4th. Merck just joined though, but he got a tough one. He got a tough one right. So kudos to you, Merck. Next time, CT, man, only host can't play.
That's fine.
Because I can already see it now. People are gonna feel like we rigged it.
But I didn't know these questions. I honestly didn't.
No, I know you didn't. Merck is gonna brag about it all night.
I'm just kidding, Merck.
Good job, Merck. All right, that's question number 4. We're gonna move into question number 5. Jonathan, you still with us?
I'm with you. I just am frozen.
I'm gonna drop you and then add you again. See if that does anything. We can hear you though, so if you want to just keep it like that. All right, next question. I got this one. Which slugger did the Yankees receive when they traded prospect Jay Buhner to the Mariners in 1988? A. Ken Phelps, B. Tino Martinez, C. Jay Johnstone, D. Ken Griffey Sr.
Ooh, yeah, I'm wrong. Okay, yep.
And if you was watching Joe's post game on NY Yankee Mania, you know the answers to this.
Yep.
But remember, folks, that the quicker you answer the correct question, the more points you get. The deal horns. My bad. You get the next one. The deal horns Yankee fans today. Buhner became the 40 home run hitter while Phelps lasted parts of 2 seasons in pinstripes. So Merck's so saucy with making a little comeback there. So is Joe.
What is Joe saying here though? The ABC.
You know what it is, and I try to find a way to do it. Is that by the time it streams to you guys, it's like 3 or 4 seconds behind, right?
Okay.
Sometimes 5. It all depends on how YouTube's doing. So therefore, like when the countdown is at 5, it's probably over already. You know.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that's why I added, before I added like 30 seconds, I added extra 15 seconds. You know.
Gotcha.
For that. But it's all right, Joe. Man, it's not like this is. It's for bragging rights. When there's prizes and stuff, none of us will be able to. If you up here, you're not going to be able to participate.
Joe's just sad right now. He's just sad,
Joe, and I'll be honest, Joe. I see a ton of answers before you even answered it. You was slow anyway, man. You got it right, but you answered it late, dude. And it depends. I can't see. Like the thing is, I can't control how fast Joe gets it or Dev gets it, or because that's the internet, man. It might reach somebody else a couple seconds behind, you know? You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it might reach Joe 2 seconds faster than it reaches Stephen B.
Yeah.
Or it might reach Stephen B 5 seconds later than it reaches Ken or something, you know? That's just the nature. There's no way. I tried. There's no way to fix that. No possible way. I think we lost Jonathan. All right, we're going to the next one. Joe, stop crying, Joe, man. Come on, play the game. Just answer as fast as you can. All right, next question, guys. Ready? Want to read that one, CT?
Which Yankees manager had the highest winning percentage, minimum 500 games?
This is your question too, Jonathan.
Yes, I must have missed a couple questions when I was.
No, we didn't. We didn't do any questions. I waited for you to come back.
Well, I'm trying. My computer is acting up.
Ken and Dev picked Aaron Boone.
What?
Not a bad choice, though.
Oh no, real. I gotta reread that question.
You can
Joe
change
McCarthy.
Wait a minute.
McCarthy's 627 mark came while winning 8 pennants and 7 World Series from 1931 to 1946. Remember,
Who
guys,
got
minimum 500 games.
Who
Got
got that question right?
Stephen B got it right.
You got it right.
Yep. You want to elaborate on that question? That's a question that me and Jonathan were going back and forth.
That's a good question. That's a really good question. A lot of people are going to get that wrong.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that's a twister.
The key thing is minimum 500 games because there's another manager with the higher winning percentage.
Dick Hauser.
Who was it again, Jonathan? You remember?
I think it was Dick Hauser.
Yep, Dick Hauser. But he only managed 2 seasons.
2 seasons.
Yep.
So so you gotta the devil's in the details in some of these questions, man. Especially if Jonathan made the question. Read it good. Read it good.
Yeah.
Yep. So Stephen B is in the lead with 605 CT cards. Even with that advantage, is second place, and Joe's in third, Merxo Sosi in fourth. Yep, Stephen B, man. Let me find out, bro. Maybe you got to go up against Jonathan.
Yeah.
One-on-one. That's the next step. That's what we're gonna do.
Tournaments where we get the top winners. Yeah.
How many weeks in a row do they have to win before they can challenge you, Jonathan?
Ooh, that's good.
Are you taking all challenges?
That's up to you. You're the owner of the. You're the head of this.
I tell you what, if you win 3 weeks in a row, I don't know, it depends, or maybe if you're that good, we'll just elect you. But or if you want to challenge Jonathan, just call him out. If he accepts the challenge, I'll host it, man. We'll do it right here. Whoever wants to challenge, I got my money on Jonathan, though. I'm gonna be honest, man.
I'll put my house, Jonathan. I'm putting my mortgage on my house on you.
Unless somebody else comes up in here, but eventually, hopefully, if the show grows. But let's move on to the next one. Who's gonna read? You gonna read this one, CT?
Sure.
Okay.
Which Yankees pitcher holds the franchise record for career wins with 236?
It's Yankees night, man. You got to read the title and the description and the thumbnail. They're all Yankees questions, yeah.
Oh, okay.
See a lot of Red Ruffin, Whitey Ford, one Andy Pettit. Career wins.
He's my favorite pitcher, Yankee pitcher. That's how I knew the answer. Yeah. That's the only reason I knew the answer to that. He's my favorite pitcher for the Yankees.
Yeah, Whitey Ford. Let's see what the score is looking like. CT Cards took the lead again. Stephen B. I don't know what happened, but now you're in second. Joe's in third.
Stephen B. Take the back seat.
Joe, you're right there, though, man. You're a question away.
Yeah.
And Merxo Sosi, he started off strong, but at this point, I feel like he's guessing, man. Just playing.
When I scored 2,000 points, have you ever seen anyone score 2,000 points?
That was the first time we ever did it. That's why I say as soon as halfway through the first try, I realized you can't play no more, Jonathan. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not allowed to play no more, man. Halfway through it, I was like, "Oh yeah, this is bad. This was a bad idea. I should never let him play." But Stephen B says he was cutting his watermelon and still getting it. Okay, we'll see. Joe says, "John and Jonathan, you know what you could do with your 2,000 points? Stick it up the wazoo."
I'll make sure to remember that on the next on tomorrow morning.
Oh no!
If you want to challenge him, Joe, I'll prepare the questions and and you guys could go head to head if you wanted only Yankees or all of MLB. You know, today's just Yankees. That's how we did it. But next week, I don't know. We'll try to change the topics every week. That way,
Maybe we can do all of MLB. I'm sure I could find a bunch of questions.
yeah, we'll do all of next week. We'll do all of MLB. All right. Stephen B says Jonathan is the man. Jonathan will kick some butt
and take names.
Okay, we'll see. I don't know if he wants to accept challenges, man. Anybody want to challenge him? You take the throne. If you beat Jonathan's he's kicked off the show. You the new co-host.
See, Jason,
I'm joking, Jonathan.
Jason, I take off my glove and I slap it in Jonathan's face. I challenge you to a duel.
No, man. All right, guys, that we're halfway through the questions. Let's go into the 8th question. Let's get into it.
Which Yankees center fielder won the 1998 AL batting title with a .339 average?
1998 AL batting title.
Well, this is an easy question.
This is an easy one. This is a alley-oop right here.
Oh, I messed up. Yeah. Okay.
You can change your answer, but you lose points because the time is ticking.
Yeah. Yeah.
1998. Use process of elimination for this one. Bernie Williams, if you pick Bernie Williams right, Bernie beat out Boston's Mo Vaughn by just 3 points to take the crown. And Mo Vaughn was a great player too, man. Shout out to Mo Vaughn. No neck Vaughn. That's what I used to call him. He was a tough lefty though.
He had no neck. You really didn't.
Yeah, that was a tough lefty.
He looked like that.
Until 8 o'clock.
All right, let's look at the score. Let me drop down Jonathan. He looked like he got a important phone call. So CT with 810. Stephen B is right behind it. And Joe, you right there, Joe. We got 7 more questions. CT, man, I feel like you're cheating, dude. Did Jonathan send you the questions?
No, honestly, I'm not. I'm not making this up.
Right.
I didn't know any of the questions.
Next time, man, if you're on the panel, you can't play.
Yeah, no,
because then it's a conflict of interest. Man.
It is. I agree. It's a conflict of interest.
You ready, Jonathan? I'm gonna bring up Jonathan. You're good. All right, let's jump into
I didn't hear that last conversation. I got a phone call and muted everything.
No, I said that CT is leading, but I said that next time if you're on the panel, you're not allowed to answer questions. Even if I have to I'll add it that it will just block you. It won't accept your question. That's what I'll do. Because I don't want people to say there's a conflict of interest or anything like that. But thank it. Look, right now it's just for fun. I'm kind of trying to figure out all the kinks and stuff. But next week I plan on doing a prize. So. What the prize is, I'm not sure yet, but there will be one.
And Jason, if you want, I can send you some vintage baseball cards for giveaways too. Yankees vintage cards. I have tons of Yankee cards. I'd love to give them away for people joining us for this. So
I appreciate it, man. But we'll talk about that after, man.
Okay.
After we'll talk. Okay. All right, you ready for the next question? Let's go. Where did the Yankees play their home games during the 1974-1975 renovation of Yankee Stadium? A, Shea Stadium, B, Polo Grounds, C, Fenway Park, D, City Field. Oh, we lost Jonathan. You gonna answer, CT?
I'm gonna say it was A, Shea Stadium. Mm-hmm. I'm probably wrong, but I don't know why that's coming up in my head.
This is an easy one too. Jonathan will tell you all about it, right, Jonathan? This one is pretty.
If my computer can cooperate and not kick me off every 10 minutes.
For 2 seasons, the Yankees share shade with the Mets, even painting the visitors' clubhouse pinstripe blue.
Yep.
That's why I didn't know that. I didn't know that second part. Painting the visitors' clubhouse pinstripe blue. Steinbrenner was the owner at this point, right?
Yes. Steinbrenner bought the team in 73.
73.
Okay, so that sounds like something he would do.
Yes. Yes, it does.
First of all,
I
painted
can
blue.
I can create a question for that as well.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know
they
how much
shared.
you know
Go
how
ahead.
much Steinbrenner paid for the team?
I think it was like a couple $100 million, right? It
No,
wasn't that much. How much was it?
10 million.
Yes,
10
10
million or 10 million? Oh, that's even he 100x his money or more, you know.
He more than 1,000x his money.
Yeah. But yeah, so they if you don't know, when they renovated the old Yankee Stadium, um for 2 years we had to play in Shea Stadium, which is kind of weird for a lot of people. I wasn't alive at that time, but I've heard people talk about it and stuff, and watching the Yankees play home games there is probably a little awkward.
And Bobby Mercer hated it.
Bobby Mercer hated it. I bet he did. But I mean, it was worth it though, because if you look at it's crazy because the Yankee Stadium, especially the old Yankee Stadium, is so old and had gone through all these renovations. But even from like pre renovations of 74 and 75 to after, it's just two different ballparks almost. I
The
miss
only
the old stadium.
the one thing the old stadium did much better is I think the sound
Mhm.
bounced better off everywhere. It's
I
not
just,
the big problem with this stadium currently is the sound. When they use the speaker, the sound can be overwhelming. That's why I don't like the big banging to pump up the players. I think
Yeah.
it's unnecessary because I think it hurts fan experience.
You know, the old stadium, I remember going over there so many times as a kid um and even as like a teenager and a young adult. It's nothing like it. I've been to the new stadium. I like the new stadium, and I understand why they did it. And I appreciate that they kept it in the Bronx right there and everything. But the old stadium was just a different animal, man. You
I,
felt like you was on top of the field. It was just even the fans. If you think the fans are rowdy now, my goodness, you have no idea.
One thing they didn't move the bat. I don't even remember if it's still there. You remember
Yeah,
that?
the bat. Yep, the bat's still there.
Yeah, I don't remember where it's located though. Across the
Mhm.
field.
Yeah, that's the meeting place. Whenever you got to meet somebody, you say, "Hey, meet me at the bat." You know. Um, it was fun, but it was outdated. The stadium was really outdated. But wow, man, those bleachers, man, it was a different experience in those days. I'm telling you, man. If you think people complain about Yankee fans these days. Oh man, in
you
those
have
days,
no idea. You have
I've sat in the bleachers and watched people throw handful of sunflower seeds at players, chant stuff that man you wouldn't believe, man, about players, and it was good times though. Good times. Are you guys ready for the next question?
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Uh, which Yankee hit the walk-off home run that clinched the 1976 American League pennant? And no, it's not Aaron Boone. Okay.
Ooh, might be. Yeah, now I got.
1976.
I know this one.
I know this one too. This is one that's famous. Just put it this way. Just think of just mayhem on the field once it happened.
Yeah. And I wasn't there to see it, but I know who it is.
Yeah, because this is one that they replay a lot, and you see it all the time. And to this day, Chris Chambliss
Yes.
blasts some fans pouring onto Yankee Stadium field before he could finish. And to this day, nobody knows if he ever touched home plate. So Joe took the lead with
Hey.
he got a 2-point lead up on CT cards, and Stephen B is right behind him. It's getting
CT, you
tight.
need to be faster.
Yeah. I think he's trying to give him a few seconds because he's kind of feeling bad now.
Well,
Yeah. All right. It's getting tight though, nonetheless. Yeah, Chris Chambliss, he was the Yankees hitting coach in 96, right?
Yeah.
For a while he was.
He was. I think he was in the first couple of years of Joe Torre.
Torres. Yeah, Joe Torre.
Mhm. Is he still alive? Does anybody know? I mean, I hate to bring stuff like that. Is he?
I think he is. I think he is, but I'm not for sure.
He's a good coach, man. I kind of, and like I don't want to bring up like the current Yankees and stuff because this is a trivia show, but I miss the old coaches, man. Having a guy like Don Zimmerman and the yeah,
Trying
Don
to fight
Zimmerman.
Pedro Martinez.
Yeah, but just these guys, you could tell they had a wealth of knowledge, man. Or Willie Randolph. You know, just the coaching staff was just different. Yeah, they were a lot older. Well, Willie wasn't that old then, right? But you can tell that these guys had
the knowledge.
They just had a wealth of baseball knowledge, man. And I think that helped that dynasty of the 90s. It helped them a whole lot. But yeah, Joe's up 2 points, man. Joe, you still crying over there, man?
I think he's whining. He's not crying. He's whining.
Joe don't like to lose. Joe's a winner, right, Joe? He don't want to. He's not a loser. He's trying to win this thing. He's coming for your neck, CT. You ready? All right, we got 5 more questions, so it could get interesting here. Let's see. You want to read it, Jonathan?
Which pitcher was named AL Rookie of the Year in 1968?
Ooh, Mel Stott. That's another old Yankee coach in the 90s. The pitching coach.
Wow, you gave away the answer.
No, I didn't. He's a pitching coach, Mel Stott. Oh, man, everybody switched to D now.
Hey, I said D to start with.
Yeah.
I said D to start with.
I knew this answer.
Oh, look. See, you can't listen to Jonathan, man. He steers you guys the wrong way. I don't even know who that is, to be honest. What year was that? 1968. Stan Benson. Let's look this guy up.
Mel Stottlemyre wasn't a rookie in 68.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I don't know if I even spelled it right, but I don't think I spelled it right. Yeah, but let's look at the score one more time. It's still anybody's game right now. CC's down.
Close.
It is very close. All 4 you guys, Dev Finch, Stephen B, CT Cars, and Joe from NY Yankee Mania, is anybody's game right now.
Yeah, they're all within in less than 50 points.
It's on like Donkey Kong.
Yeah. All right. You ready? 4 more questions. Let's get this thing wrapped up. Which Yankee first baseman tied an MLB record by homering in 8 straight games in 1987? Excuse me. This is easy.
Yeah, the year gives it away.
Mm-hmm.
But the question gives it away.
I know, because this is it was my favorite player until Derek Jeter came along.
Yeah, mine too. I was
Mattingly was.
I was a big fan.
Yeah, I kind of gave it away there at the end, but yeah, he was just Mattingly's streak included 6 grand slams that year. He never hit another slam in his career. Wow. He was just, man, he was special. He really was.
Oh, come on. How am I still 2 points behind? Oh, this is.
It didn't record answers. Everybody picked A, right?
You guys rigged this.
Huh?
It didn't record any answer.
It didn't record the answers for some reason.
I typed in A.
But the machine, nobody got points to that.
Yeah, nobody got points for that. It
I put A.
Why don't you
No, I
redo?
know, man.
Why don't you redo that question and just everyone put in their answer?
No, I can't do that. I could add that later, but right now I can't. I don't have it set
Don't
up
worry
that
about
way.
it. I just know I won, so I'll just brag about that later, Jason. We can just all talk about how
No,
awesome.
it's not over, man. There's 3 more questions.
I know.
I don't know why I didn't take the answer. Hold on, let me look at the log. I could look at the logs, but that's what I'm saying. This thing is not a perfect system. I find bugs every day that I run this. Not only this, the like the live chats, I find something that I'm like, oh, I gotta go and fix that. Yeah, I'll look at this later. In my logs. All right. There's still 3 more questions, right? So it's still anybody's game. That last one was too easy too. I think the computer knew. The computer said, "Look, that's too easy.
Easy.
We're not giving you that one. We are not gonna give you that one." Oh man, Merc so saucy. He's getting real saucy. He said, "Joe's full of excuses." Joe, you got lucky. Joe said because he couldn't answer. He said my thing froze, but it didn't count anybody's.
I was
So
about
you
to
got
take the lead there.
you got lucky there, Joe.
Go on to the next question.
All right. It's not on, Dev. I'll turn it on later if I go on. Which player set the Yankee single season stolen base record with 93 swipes in 1988? Phew. 93 stolen bases.
This is
Which is absolutely incredible, man.
Yes.
Is that the most ever?
no, the most ever is 130.
Yeah, 130. Yeah. I believe the same guy.
Same guy.
Yeah. That's just crazy. 130 stolen bases. Oh my god. Nobody will ever beat that. You know that, right? Henderson stole more bases in 1988 than the entire Yankees team managed in 2023. My goodness.
And you wonder why there's issues with baseball. I'm in the lead. Yeah. That's right. That's right. Jason, great job with this. Great job.
That didn't tell you the stolen bases, so.
Yes,
93.
SB. It says 93 though. Well, it said 98, right? It's supposed to be.
That's 1988. That's not the right year.
So what year was it?
I think it was 85. Was it 85 or 86?
All right. Well, we get the point. Even 93 is like that's more than any other Yankee ever did. Anyway,
I think I think it's 85. If you do Ricky Henderson 1985, I believe that was the year.
Stephen B says need fielding percentage. I could add that stuff, but the thing is, I had it like that with more stats, but it gets crowded, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I will have to leave the stats up there for 5 minutes for you to read all of them, you know.
80. What? Let me see. Wait.
I know it said 1988.
Yeah, I thought it said 88 too.
I mean, we get the point though, man. You guys ready for the next one?
I was born ready.
You was born ready?
82.
1982?
Okay.
Hold on. I will have to type this whole thing up again. All right. A 130 stolen bases.
Wow.
That is crazy. Nobody will ever beat that. That's more than whole teams. Just one player.
That's insane.
That's every time he got on base. I'm sure he stole.
Full
He stole
base,
the base.
yeah.
He must have sold third base a lot.
Yep, he stole every base until those 3 outs.
I actually I know a stolen base record that doesn't belong to Ricky Henderson.
Joe says Giancarlo Stan will get that in 45 years.
He's working on it. As we
He probably
speak.
won't even, not even in 45 years. It'll take him 130 years. One per year, man. You want to see the board? CT Cars in the lead But we all know that he rigged it. CT
Oh,
rigged
well,
it,
I can't
man.
anything.
CT after this, man, everybody attack him. Stephen B 1109. It's still close though.
Yeah,
It's
is.
still really, really close, man. That's nothing. And even Dev Finch is still in this. All right, you guys ready? Let's get this. We got 2 more, I believe. Yep.
Ooh.
Which Yankee shortstop was named World Series MVP in 1978?
This is easy.
Look at Jonathan. Jonathan's like, this is too easy.
It is.
If it was up to you, man, nobody will get anyone right. Only you.
No, the question is the year. Remember the year.
Yeah. Yeah, Tony Kubek with 60s. Phil Rizzuto was 50s, 60s. Derek Jeter was in the
Yeah, you're giving away the answer, though, man.
Yeah, give it away after the timer is up.
Dent batted .417 against the Dodgers 2 months after his famous one-game playoff homer at Fenway. Yep. Bucky Dent.
Well, the sweet smell of success.
There's one more question left, man.
You know how old Rizzuto was in the booth.
Exactly. That
was in the booth calling the game.
Yeah. He was the announcer.
He was there. He just was watching and announcing.
But good. I mean, that's not a bad pick, though, man. Either, though. All right.
Question, right?
Yeah, so you want to explain the years and stuff, how you explain it? Yeah, sometimes the devil's in the details, but I get it, though, man, because some players, it's harder, especially if you didn't live in that area or know much about it. But that one, yeah, like they said, Phil Rizzuto was actually calling the games at that point. Who's Market Dino? All right. Last one, guys. Last one, all right? Joe, you ready? I want to make sure you're ready. Let me know you're ready, Joe. Don't jump in the river. Let me know you're ready because I want to make sure you it's fair. We're going to make CT Cards give you an 8-second head start. Right.
I'll count 8 seconds.
Oh, you know what? No, 10 seconds.
Okay.
10 seconds. All right. 10-second head start. You guys ready? All right, let's go. Who was the last Yankee to hit for the cycle before Melky Cabrera did it in 2009? All right, you good? You can start answering, CT. Ken says Ricky Henderson stole 10 bases in a game. There's a lot of different answers here. A lot of different answers.
I'm the one who gave you the question.
This one?
Yeah.
We had this one last week too, I think. Fernandez completed his cycle on September 3rd, 1995 with a triple off Oakland's Jim Corsi. All right, let's see the score. Joe.
Oh, this is rigged. You
got the last one wrong, man.
It's rigged. It's rigged.
You got the last one wrong. So congratulations to Joe, man. Congratulations, Joe. Even though CT took a little easy on you. But we gave you a 10-second head start, but CT, you got it wrong anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered.
I know.
Yeah. Stephen B, man, third place, so you get the bronze. Dev, you were right there, man. So, I mean, that's commendable too. Everybody scored over 1,000 last week. We didn't have, besides Jonathan, we didn't have anybody score over 1,000. So
I scored over 2,000.
We know, Jonathan. You almost broke the program. My computer almost froze. You're scoring so much points.
No, Jason, wonderful job. Wonderful job.
You.
I appreciate it.
the work you put into this. This is awesome. I'm so glad everyone showed up tonight and took part of
Mhm.
it. A wonderful job, Jason.
Oh no, I appreciate it, man. You guys did a wonderful job too, and I appreciate everybody in the chat, man. I would like this to grow so we could get more participation. It'd be more fun if there was a lot more people in it, but I guess it's just a growing progress, man. Next week, you guys want to do like all MLB?
Sure. And I'm sharing this
Mm.
too. We'll get this going. We'll get this going,
Well,
Jason.
I'll try it.
Okay, you know what we're gonna do too? We'll just pick random teams every now and
That's a
then.
good idea. That's a
know?
good idea.
Random teams, so that way we could get Jonathan. Jonathan's gonna take a L before this is done.
I might. I might.
Uh,
I admit I don't know everything about the entire baseball, but I know quite a bit.
okay, man. All right, don't like Ken says, don't break your arm patting yourself on the back, man. Just-
I don't pat myself on the back.
Nah, no. All right, guys. I appreciate everybody joining. That's gonna conclude the show. Thank you once again, and congratulations to Joe from NY Yankee Mania. Make sure you go check his channel out. Does a great job. Make sure you go check out Ken from Yankees The Ugly Truth. And you know, go give them a subscribe. Check out their content. They got a wealth of knowledge, man. These dudes, man, they're like, even though they're like dinosaurs, man. No offense, Ken and Joe, but with age comes a lot of knowledge and experience. So
Oh, you just pushed some dinosaurs?
no,
Oh,
no, but with age comes a lot of knowledge and experience, man. And I mean, you can't put a price tag on that. I don't care who you are or anything, man. These dudes, they've seen it all. I always tell, especially Ken, man, he's forgotten more baseball than I know. So doesn't mean he could beat me yet though. Waiting for that pitcher matchup. But anyway, man, I appreciate you guys joining me. That's gonna do it for us. You gotta get final words, CT and John.
I just want to say thank you, Jason.
Mhm.
Make sure you guys click like, sub, share, and give a round of applause to Jason and Jonathan for putting this together. They've done a wonderful job, and this is something really special. And I think in the future, this is going to be something a lot of fun for us all to do. So thank you too.
Thank you. What about you, Jonathan?
Yeah, I'll just go with the Yankees had a good game today. Thank you for having me as a co-host today, and I'm looking forward to more good games like today, and on the Yankees for the Yankees. Judge got a home run, 2 home runs. Yeah,
Yep.
so yeah, I'm just hoping for a solid July.
Yeah. And me, guys, I'm gonna try to come on later and do a late show, but if I don't, I apologize, man. I actually have to go do something right now.
Yeah,
Um,
take care of what you need to
yeah.
take care of.
Yeah, happy wife, happy life, right? That's what they say. But I'm gonna go do what I gotta do, man. I appreciate you guys joining me.
Thank you.
I really do, and I appreciate you, CT, Jonathan. Appreciate you too. We're looking for challenges, so if you're out there, just comment or anything and say you accept the challenge or you challenge Jonathan to 1v1. 1v1, 10 questions. 10 questions. All right. Winner takes all. All right, guys. I appreciate it. Have a blessed enjoy the rest of your Sunday and have a great week.
You too. Take care.
Bye.